Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rena, and for this video I wanted to do my February currently inked. So I made a little mistake here. So I covered it up with some stickers. I was about to write January, but so yeah, let's get started. So I know a lot of people are doing a Valentine's Day theme this month because it's February, but I completely forgot about that because I don't usually do Valentine's Day things. So I don't really have a theme this month, but I thought I'd share anyways. So the first pen I have inked is the Franklin Christoph Model 2 collab with Vanessa. And this has a medium nib on it. It's obviously not the Franklin Christoph nib. And it kind of clashes, but I'm okay with it. So for this one, I have it inked with the Diamine ink vent from 2024, the black one, and this one is Chilly Nights. This one's one of their Star Brights ink. Sorry, I cannot talk and write at the same time. It's Vanessa with a medium nib, just a medium Yovo nib, and it's the Diamine 2024 black ink vent, and the color is Chilly Nights. This is one of their Star Bright inks, so the shimmer particles, it's like super shimmery. The shimmer particles are like a silver, it's like a dark blue with a really shimmery silver color, shimmer, I mean. I'll show you at the end and up close, but this one's super shimmery. So this is really nice. I feel like even though the shimmer particles are pretty big, it comes out really well in this Yovo medium nib. So I really been enjoying that one. The second one I have is the Benu Gold Coast. It was the exclusive with Atlas Stationers. And this one also has a medium nib, I believe. Yes, it does. And this one is inked with Ferris Wheel Press Tumultuous Tides. So this is the Benu Euphoria. I'm just gonna put gold. I don't know why I added an A in there. Gold Coast with a medium nib. And it has Ferris Wheel Press Tumultuous Tides. This one also is really well. I've actually used this ink one other time. I don't remember exactly what pen it was, but I remember it was not like my favorite experience. But when I put it in here, I actually really like how it flows, and it's a pretty like tealy blue color with a silver shimmer. And this medium nib like handles shimmers so well, so I thought I'd try it in this one, and it's actually pretty nice. The third pen I have is the Just Churnings, and the resin is Moonlit Raden or Rodden from Jonathan Brooks, and it's a matte finish too, so it's super pretty. I really like this resin. And this one has a nib. It's a Yovo nib, obviously, from Galen Leather though, and it's an Architect. It's an Architect. I think they call it the Dentist, but then in like parentheses it says Soft Architect, and it's ground down from a double broad nib. So, and the ink inside of this one is Sailor Kitsune Biori. So Just Turnings, Moonlit, Rawdon, and it has an Architect nib, and just for the sake of it. So those are the downstrokes, which are thin, and then the horizontal strokes are thick. It's really fun to write with. It's definitely a broader line. So I don't like use it that often, but when I do use it, I really enjoy it. So, and this ink I think it's an average flowing ink, but because it's pretty light, I feel like it works really well in this like broader Architect. So this is Sailor Biore. I actually finished the sample, so this is the last. This is the last I have of this ink, and it's super pretty. I didn't really enjoy it the other times I used it, but I really like it in this. I think because the pens were a little bit too fine that I put it in, so it was probably my fault. But anyways, so the next pen I have is the Esterbrook Estie in Petrified Forest. And this, I don't know if y'all can see this, but see this gold band here? It's like, it's moving, like it's loose. I don't know if you guys saw, yeah, it's loose here. But I don't know if you guys saw my, my fountain pen collection video, but I mentioned how I had, like with Estes, I like continuously have like issues with them. I mean, this is not that big of a deal to have this move because it doesn't really affect anything, but I'm just like, I just thought it was so funny, like how bad luck I have with Estes, that I don't know, and I'm really tempted by them like all the time, but I need to remind myself that maybe that we just don't click like they click with other people. But anyways, so this has a fine nib, and it's inked with Diamine Bah Humbug from, I believe that was from the 2023 Inkvent. I love this ink so much. I love this ink so much. I really am so tempted to buy a bottle of it. It's like a dark red with like a pink, kind of pinky reddy shimmer, and I really like it. And I think because I really liked Writer's Blood. I had a sample of that one before, but it kind of was boring to me because it was just like a dark red. But this is like the red I want. Like it's dark because I don't like the brighter reds, but this one's like dark, but it also has that shimmer, which is so pretty. And I don't know, I think I'm gonna get a bottle of this one day in the future. Diamine Bah Humbug. And it's just, it flows really well. Like no matter what I put it in, I only have a sample, but no matter what I put it in, it's always flown really well. And so I think I do want a bottle one day. And so the next pen I have is the Kaweco Collection Olive. And this one has a extra fine nib, and it's inked with the Diamine. I actually inked this one super recently. This one is the Diamine Fruit Cocktail. It's the scented ink from the 2024 Inkvent. I felt like it's not like the most wet ink, but I felt like it would be very wet. So I wanted to put it in a nib that I knew was super fine, and this extra fine is actually, I think, pretty fine. But even considering how fine it is, it still looks like it's a little thicker than like most of my extra fines, and I think that's the ink being very wet. Olive green. And this color is like a orangey coral color. Actually, when I first watched it, I really did like the color. I know in the videos I've watched about the Inkvent, a lot of people don't mention this color. It's like not their favorite, but it's also not their least favorite, and it just like sits in the middle there. And so I wanted to try it out because I really I like this color. And I think it's working pretty well. Fruit cocktail. And I can smell it. I can smell that fruit smell from the nib. So I don't mind the fruit smell. It's definitely a, you know, an artificial an artificial kind of smell, but yeah, I don't mind it. And so this is the Newly ink pens. I do have some carryovers, and I thought I would show the two carryovers I think I don't know, kind of fit into the February theme for this month. And the first one is my other Esterbrook SD in the Kochu Fugetsu, the collab with Bungu Box. And this one has an extra fine nib. This one doesn't have, let me just roll this because it does have some shimmer in it, and I kind of want to, this one needs to be mixed a little. So it doesn't have a Valentine-esque ink, but the pen is pink, so I thought I would add it. And this one's carried over from last month. So this is the and the extra fine with Robert Oster, jewel, and the crown. Super pretty. I really like this ink. Yeah, I really like this ink, and it works pretty well. No problems with this one so far. I just find it funny. It's like I love them, but they don't love me. My last one that's a carryover is a Kaweco Brass Sport. And this one has a fine nib. And for this, the other one, the body of the pen was the Valentine-y kind of vibes, but this one, the ink is the Valentine vibes. And this one is Wearingeul Pride and Prejudice. So, Kaweco Brass Sport with a fine nib, and Wearingeul Pride and Prejudice. Super pretty. I really like that one too. So that's basically, I inked up 5 new pens and 2 carryovers. I do have a couple more from last month that are still being carried over, but they're almost done. So I thought I would just add these 2 because, I don't know, they fit the theme kind of. And so, ooh, there you go. So the first one, the Chilly Nights from the Diamine Inkvent, as you can see, is like a dark blue or a black blue or a blue black with a very heavy silver shimmer. Tumultuous Tides is like that teal color with this one also has a heavy silver shimmer. And then we have Kitsune Biori. We have Esterbrook, the Esterbrook pen with Diamine Bah Humbug, but I don't think you can see. I'm not seeing much shimmer. I might have not distributed it. Yeah, there's not much shimmer in that swatch or writing sample. The Diamine Fruit Cocktail, Robert Oster Jewel in the Crown. Oh, there you can see the shimmer. It's a green, like a sagey green color with like a champagne taupey shimmer. Super pretty. I really like that one. And then we have Wearingeul Pride and Prejudice. This one actually has a slight golden sheen, but I don't think we're getting that here. Yeah. So those are my February currently inked pens for this month. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, have a great day.